Sometimes I wonder how awesome would it be if somebody could walk into a church and look around and not really be able to identify who the people in charge are, not really know who the minister is or who the servant team is or any of that stuff, because it's a level playing field. Everybody's there for the same reason. I consider myself very lucky at the age of 12, 13 to have the question presented to me, what is church and why is it actually important? Maybe we don't need to be limited by everything that's come before us. Maybe we can try something new. Maybe church is very simple.
Probably for me, the big thing that I like about Kiwi Church is the essence of not trying to do everything. We gather around specific things and build community around those gatherings, rather than come, do it all, that's church, done, we're away, come back next week. It's the simplicity of it. We don't try and make it more than what it is.
I'm trying to be close to God. I'm trying to be responsive to integrity and authenticity, in the sense that within me, when I'm on my head's on my pillow at night or driving alone to work in my car, there's an inner voice for me that is, I think, is God. And so for me it was around trying to find an environment where I could thrash that out, talk that through, try to understand that more. I feel like my faith journey, my formation, my desire to follow God is more real.
I've loved being part of Kiwi Church. Kiwi Church is a new experience for me. It's the first time I've ever experienced authentic relationships and community in a sort of church context.
We've had times when doing church to meet the Sunday model has exhausted us. When we gather, there's a lot of life for us. We can come as we are.
I like the way that we try not to use the language of the church that has been around for so long and has so much crustiness attached to it. Making sure we use language that everybody can understand, I think is very important to me.
So when we came, I think the first time, it immediately felt like the kids were just part of the service, just like anyone else on the same level. And that's not something we'd probably experienced before in the same way. And yeah, it really gave us all a sense of belonging. The level of freedom we have here to just share how we feel and how we think, and do so without worrying about being judged or talked about, or there's a lot of freedom to be authentic, which I think I really value in a community like this.
I think we notice a difference in the kids as well. They've gone from not looking forward to be going to church to actually asking, what's on for church today, what are we doing? People know their names, people ask them questions, and I think they feel valued for who they are individually.
I like it because Daryl sometimes lets families run the service.
We like the family atmosphere, and we also like the way that we can all say our bits and we're all listened to and we're all appreciated.
And we love that when you come on a Sunday, you never know what to expect. It's always different, and nothing is done just because that's how we always do it.
You don't have all of the needless traditions, if you like, all the ones from that were put in place by my grandparents' generation, my great-great-great-grandparents' generation that have filtered down. We've stripped that away. Being taken seriously is good, and being able to be part of the conversation.
There's lots of battles. It's probably the hardest thing we've ever done in church life, and maybe the most rewarding as well. The longer this goes on, the more we learn that when we are trying to create a new way of being, there's no blueprint, and so it is simply a matter of figuring it out as we go.
We don't get precious over something that we have already in place, so we can, well, if this isn't working, let's try something different.
It's a safe space for me, and safe to me means that I can ask any question at any time, and I know that the discussion is more important than the answer, and that people here don't really mind or care about what I believe. They care about who I am.